Hi, guys. We're going to start off today talking about Act 2. Act 2 starts at the house of the Proctors, and I want to point out some certain stage directions and dialogue that really display what's going on between John Proctor and Goody Proctor. So, first, in the entering stage directions, John Proctor walks into the house and then he lifts out the ladle and tastes it. He is not quite pleased. He reaches to a cupboard, takes a pinch of salt, and drops it into the pot. So he's tasting the food that his wife made for him for that day, and he doesn't like it to the point where he adds more salt in. Then later in this dialogue, he talks about he's eating the food in front of her and he says, "It's well seasoned." Well, we already know that he doesn't think it's well seasoned because he added salt in and was clearly displeased when he tasted it the first time. So pay attention to stuff like that because he's saying this just to please her. You can see that I made a comment on this. He didn't think this, just saying it to make his wife happy. You can add, when you highlight things, you can add comments as well and save them for further use and just for, studying purposes. And then he goes on to talk about buying a cow for her. How would that please you? Directly asking how he can make her happy. She says, it would, with a grin. I mean to please you, Elizabeth. It is hard to say. I know it, John. It is hard to say is really what we're looking at here. Proctor's trying really hard to get Elizabeth back in his good graces, right? And he has to make up for cheating on her to her. So he's really trying hard, but she's not really into it yet. It is hard to say. And then he gets up, goes to her, kisses her. She receives it. Okay. Just purely receiving a kiss, that's not a good connotation there. That's just receiving it. That's just like a blank, ooh, kind of feeling. And then it follows it up with certain disappointment. He returns to the table. So Proctor wasn't happy about that kiss. It's clearly not a good kiss, guys. And then we go on, and he's once again trying to engage her in any way possible, and is like, hey, let's walk around the farm. Let's go look at the flowers. They've got this beautiful smell. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty in the spring. And then this is the stage directions. All she says is, it is. And there is a pause. She is watching him from the table as he stands there absorbing the night. It is as though she would speak but cannot. Instead, now she takes up his plate and glass and fork and goes with him to the wash basin. So he's just watching her. I think you're sad again, are you? She doesn't want friction, and yet she must. You come so late. I thought you'd gone to Salem this afternoon. Now, gone to Salem has a certain connotation too, because what happened in Salem? Who's in Salem? Oh, Abigail. Once again, the woman that he cheated on her with. So she's like nervous if he's gone for too long because he might be out doing stuff, but he's just working. So there's some of the friction that's underlying Proctor and Elizabeth's relationship. Let me know if you have any further questions on that.